Welcome to Rebuild Battles. It's a two-part episode where we take a team and try to rebuild them and then go against each other. In my team today, we are going up against Call Me Agent Zero. Check out his series on his channel. He's the one that started this. So I'm just happy to be playing along here. Everything's set on default. There's 3 criterias to win this rebuild battle. Who gets the best record by rebuilding the team, who makes it furthest in the playoffs by rebuilding the team, and who wins the My Team battle once we have our team rebuilt. So today, you guys read the title, you guys saw the thumbnail, we are rebuilding the Utah Jazz. Not a team that I enjoy, but it's a team nonetheless that I'm comfortable rebuilding with. Originally, this video was going to be a live commentary, around 20 minutes or so, where I just talk about the trades that I'm doing on the spot, but since I sounded like Darth Vader and my voice was gone, I decided to do a post commentary like this. My voice is still gone, but just take a listen. Welcome to Rebuild Battles. Today we are rebuilding the Utah Jazz going up against Call Me Agent Zero. I don't know what the 10% of people are thinking. You still sound the same. What are you talking about? And I can't imitate you guys very well today considering my voice is gone, but I'll definitely try. So if it don't apply, let it fly. First trade, right off the bat, Milwaukee Bucks and Utah Jazz. We cook up a deal, sending Derek Favors, Dante Exum, and 2 first-round draft picks to the Bucks for Giannis and Greg Monroe. If you've been following my channel for a while now, you know I have a rich history with the Bucks. That's kind of where I got started off with in 2K, my GM. That's what like blew my channel up at one point. You know, now my channel is dead because I don't post my GM and I post quality videos that isn't a video a day and it's not quantity. But I digress here. Very good trade, very good 2K players. Giannis is a beast, Greg Monroe is a beast, Derek Favors, Dante Exum, Dante Exum is a very potential player, and Derek Favors I've never played with in 2K, so I got the guys I'm comfortable with, comfortable controlling, and comfortable with leaning on by having their high overalls in a MyLeague series to try to get the best record. So with this trade, we get 4 of the 5 starting guys on our team. Gordon Hayward's going to be shooting guard, Giannis small forward, Greg Monroe power forward, and Rudy Gobert at center. So all we really need to do now is trade some players to get a potential player and then trade for a talented point guard, or at least a point guard I'm comfortable with who's a starting caliber point guard in the NBA. So with the next trade, we get some more depth for our big guys. We trade with the Knicks. We receive Kyle O'Quinn and Lance Thomas while we dish out Shelvin Mack and Jeff Whitty. The first 2 trades are just clearing up some cap space for our point guard position so we can get a hefty contract in return for a starting caliber point guard. But we also get 2 quality role players in Kyle O'Quinn, who's a stretch 4, and Lance Thomas, who can play that stretch 4 position as well. So I'm really liking the first 2 trades that we've done so far. Now the third trade, we finally get a backup point guard. We don't get that starting caliber point guard, but I guess in my team he can be a starting caliber point guard. But for this MyLeague series, he will be our backup point guard, Brandon Jennings. We get Brandon Jennings from the Orlando Magic, and we also get Evan Fournier and give up Rodney Hood, Alec Burks, and a first-round pick. If I haven't told you guys yet, the Utah Jazz have the most amount of second-round picks I've ever seen in my life. Like in 2K16, they have the most second-round and first-round picks in any team. Literally, just check that out for yourself. They have a crazy amount of draft picks, and we use a lot of those draft picks to get a better player. Simply like the first trade that we did for Giannis. We gave up like 2 first-round draft picks for Giannis. I really wanted Jabari, but hey, we'll take Giannis instead. So since this is a single season, and since we're not going to be going into the draft and drafting a guy like Ben Simmons or Brandon Ingram, I decided we don't need these draft picks. This is like trade bait right here. We could throw in a lot of draft picks and we get a talented player. So the 4th trade comes along and we trade with the Pacers. We get Ty Lawson, another great backup point guard in NBA 2K16's my team, and Shane Whittington, who we do waive, along with Tibor Pleiss, who we do waive as well. But we trade Raul Nieto and Chris Johnson for Ty Lawson. Ty Lawson, this is a steal in my opinion. Ty Lawson is a phenomenal point guard in my team. For being an 81 overall on my team, he's a nice point guard. Although, you know, I would never use him in a regular my team game considering how much he sucks. But he's better than a 75 overall that he's rated in my league compared to my team. But unfortunately, he doesn't stay here long considering we do trade him to receive our new starting point guard in the future. 5th trade up. 5th trade is to get some potential players that have a lot of stars next to their names. We trade them with the Miami Heat. We get Luol Deng and Josh Richardson, and we give up Trey Burke and Trey Lyles. Both Luol Deng and Josh Richardson will not be on this team. It's just trade bait that we use in the 6th pick, and the 6th pick, or the trade rather, we trade Luol Deng and Ty Lawson. an 18 first round pick, a 19 first round pick, a 16 second round pick. We traded a whole bunch of draft picks just to receive, I believe, is Jeff Teague and Tim Hardaway Jr. Jeff Teague is now our starting point guard for the future with this Utah Jazz team. And I like Jeff Teague. I like his play style. He's like a poor man's version of John Wall. He's fast. He can shoot better than John Wall. But unfortunately, he's not John Wall. And the 2 point guards I was aiming to go for in this MyLeague is Kyrie Irving and John Wall, because those two guys are my favorite 2K point guards in 2K16. And I really wanted to try to get them, but it was impossible. Like the Wizards didn't want to give him up, and the Cavs didn't want to give up Kyrie up unless I gave away like Gordon Hayward, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert. Like give up 3 of my starting caliber guys for 1 point guard? No. So I decided to settle on Jeff Teague, and hopefully Jeff Teague works out for me when we come to play the My Team game. Now here's hoping Agent didn't have the idea that I had and try to go get out Kyrie Irving, John Wall, or Russell Westbrook, because then I'd kind of be in trouble considering I don't have a nice, super talented point guard. I don't need one, but it'd be nice. The last and final trade I do is the 7th trade, and that is between us, the Utah Jazz, and the Charlotte Hornets. We give up Josh Richardson and Trevor Booker, and in return we get Marvin Williams and Tyler Hansbrough. Tyler Hansbrough we cut, and we end up picking up Larry Sanders. So we basically traded Josh Richardson and Trevor Booker for Marvin Williams. He's a high overall in this MyLeague, but he's not a high overall in my team. He's like a 71, the regular current card, so we'll be using that card most likely. And those are all the trades that I do for the remainder of this MyLeague rebuild battle. I do it all before the first game. I do all of these 7 trades before the first game, so that way the team chemistry could go all the way down to rock bottom. And then while we're simulating games and when people get injured and rotations fix up, we'll have better team chemistry and we'll end up winning more games down the stretch by doing this rather than simming a few games, trading a player away, simming more few games, trading a player away. That just throws off the chemistry completely. And it works in a sense. It doesn't work as I wanted it to, but it works in a sense. So towards the end of the season, after trade deadline, we started winning a few games, a lot more than usual. And I was like, okay, this really solidified our playoff berth. I really was contemplating on doing a trade before trade deadline just to spice things up, but I decided not to do that, just to keep the team intact. And we ended up getting the 7th seed. We had a 43-39 record. Here's hoping Agent can't beat that. His first 2 episodes, I don't believe he even made the playoffs. So I think I got him with the record, hopefully, unless he pulls off some amazing trade and beats the 43-39 record. This is kind of similar to the Jazz's real life record. They could be a solid 8 to 7 seed this year, but we didn't really improve that much. The Giannis and Greg Monroe and Jeff Teague thing, that didn't really help as I hoped it would have. I thought we would at least be like a 4th seed, 5th seed, but I'll take a 7th seed. We still made the playoffs, but unfortunately for us, we're going up against the Golden State Warriors. How in the world are the Golden State Warriors, the most OP team in 2K's MyGM, how are they the 2nd seed? Like, why did we get matched up with that? I think we would have had a better chance if we were the 8th seed and were matched up with the Oklahoma City Thunder, because this Golden State Warriors team is basically unbeatable in Sim. And it shows in this rebuild battle because we did not go anywhere with this Golden State Warriors team. We got swept in the first round against the Warriors, and the Warriors ended up winning the NBA championship. So at least we lost to the NBA champions, back-to-back years for the Golden State Warriors in this MyLeague. So I'm eager to see whether or not Agent made the playoffs, and even if he did make the playoffs, did he get past the first round? Because I had no luck getting past the first round whatsoever. I'm just hoping I beat him at least in one category in this episode. That way I could try my absolute best to beat him in the My Team game of part 2 for this video. So with that said, this is the rebuild battle. Next part for this video should be up later this week, where we play a game against My Team, probably Thursday or Friday, depending on whenever he's free to record. And until then, big shout out to Agent, call me Agent Zero, for pitching this idea and doing a video like this. I know when he said, "Oh, do you want to do a video?" I was like, "Together?" And he's like, "Nah, not together. What? What together? What are you talking about? No. We're gonna do separate individual videos." And they're like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Black Lives Matters." I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.